me. You know what I'm saying? You know, people from Brooklyn don't leave and don't do anything.
That's right.
That is true. We hit up a lot of guests and they're like, "Oh no, I'm from Brooklyn."
Right, exactly.
And for those that do come out, we praise the shit out of them because we know it's a trek.
It's worth it, man. They got to come here. It's worth it.
That's right. The food, the tacos.
Exactly. I had some tacos earlier.
Oh yeah,
it was
eat
delicious.
Over here?
Yeah,
the food, the restaurants here are dope.
It's nice. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
You drove down here?
Nah, I took the Metro North. I don't drive. From Brooklyn, man. I didn't, man. I'm like, why drive? We got all this stuff here. Transportation, the Ubers.
Transportation veterans.
Exactly.
I know the struggle.
Exactly. You know.
Right.
All right, man. Let's get into this, man, because you're the man. You are the guy. You are the guy that men and women come to when they need help.
Yes.
With the opposite sex or the same sex.
Yeah, sometimes the same sex. You know.
And that's good. I'm glad you know. Exactly.
Yeah. Because I want to do a couple things tonight.
Everybody's money's green, right?
That's true.
Amen. No funny money here. No wooden nickels here. All right. But yeah, so what I want to talk about is dispelling the myths that might be around someone that is in your industry. People see you. I went onto your website, and one of the first things I see become a bad boy.
Right.
You know, in this day and age, especially now, man, where things are very sensitive. I mean, just an extreme example, obviously, is something like the R. Kelly situation,
right?
Where women are vulnerable right now. They're remembering past experiences with men, and when they see things like, you know, tips on how to get women, how to get. They're thinking this is a perpetuating the things that are wrong in society. I want you to talk about what you do, your brand, how you are helping people to avoid, to be really the complete opposite of that.
Right. So basically, what it is that, you know, coaching when it comes to relationships and dating is really about, you know, learning the right things to do. So you have a lot of stuff with like the Me Too movement. And, you know, you have all these guys out there like, you know, your Harvey Weinsteins and, you know, all these people who are doing crazy stuff. And a lot of guys think, well, if I get rich and I get a lot of money, then it's going to be easy for me to get women. But as you can see with guys like Harvey Weinstein, he's rich, he has, you know, he's famous, whatever it is. But he's still doing goofy stuff. So my thing is
He's so square.
Exactly. So my thing is, you know, I'm like trying to teach people like, okay, this is the right way to do it. This is the way that's going to benefit not only you, but also the people you're interacting with. So, you know, for a woman, it's like, you know, the thing is women get approached, talked to all the time by guys that's just kind of annoying them. And they're like, you know, this guy's creeping me out. So my thing is, let me teach these guys, you know, how to become the type of guys that women want to even talk to. And vice versa. I teach women how to become the type of women that men actually want to keep around.
So this is a boys only club.
It's for men and women, right.
You're like, you gotta be a slut. And then guys will love you.
You have to, it's true. That is true.
That's
partly
true.
Oh, wow.
That's partly true.
Okay.
You do have to be comfortable with yourself, I think.
Thanks for joining, Jay.
Yeah. I think you definitely have. Okay, so how long have you been a dating guru? How did you get into this now?
Yeah, word. How does that even start?
Been like 10 years now. I've been doing this for almost, you know, basically a decade now. And I got into it, you know, my business partner, Miles Cunningham, he was telling me, he was like, yo, you need to do something with the skill you have. So I was like, hey, I can, you know, help guys out. I started helping guys out doing YouTube videos, and then that turned into articles, turned into books, turned into, you know, all this stuff that we have now. And so I have a membership program called the Bad Boy Membership Program, where guys, they go on there and they get step-by-step advice on how to really attract women. You know what I mean? So,
now, I have to know, Jew, it ain't cheap.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It's not cheap. So I went to it because I'm like, oh, what is it?
The game costs.
The game costs. So I went to it. I'm not going to drop any numbers.
It's worth it.
It is.
Oh, it's probably worth it.
The attention.
Yes. The confidence.
You're learning. Yeah, that's what it's about.
You may even find love.
Exactly.
Right?
It's
maybe not necessarily about
that's a four-letter word I don't know anything about.
Yeah, I know. That's why your mother's like,
when's the babies?
Where's the babies? When are you going to make me your grandma? And Gypsy's like, fuck that.
Yeah. So what, can I ask what you were doing right before you became a guru? What was there? Was there an impetus? Was there a moment you're like, fuck, I'm tired of these fucking cheeseburgers? And I'm not saying that you were fucking cheeseburgers. I'm just saying.
Actually, I was actually, I was actually working in Harlem.
Okay.
At a place called Truce. It was a, after school program, working with the kids, teaching them visual arts.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Reggie in the chat room says you the new Hitch.
Are you new Hitch?
Yo, I was gonna ask him that, but anyway, yes.
He beat you
to it. That's what I hear sometimes.
He beat you to it. Yes.
But Hitch, that's
You're a consultant.
Right. Hitch is not a very good movie when it comes to dating. I mean, it's Hollywood, but it's like the softer version of reality. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But,
the softer version of what you actually do.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So,
but do you get in there? You teach them how to move?
Yeah,
I have one-on-ones.
One-on-one. Coaching. I do Skype coaching sometimes. So if someone's in Africa and they need some help, we can get on Skype and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
I love this girl.
Yeah.
Right.
But she don't know or recognize me. She don't see me. She see through me. And that's where you come in.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
That's how you gotta do it.
Yo, that's crazy. So one of the questions I have, and is where you kind of preface that, was like, does your information, do your lessons speak cross cultures around the world? Are women all around the world?
I mean, there's basic things that any man can really take heed to and actually make work for them. But depending on the culture, there are certain things in different cultures that may be a little bit different. So you're gonna have to sort of adjust, your game to that culture. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But in general, it's like when you meet women, women are gonna be women, men are gonna be men. We all want to kind of get together and see what it is, right? Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, it's still there because I have clients, Africa, Europe, Australia, everywhere. It's insane. You know what I mean? So
everywhere.
Exactly. Right.
He's like, he has a nice hut. I'm not sure if I want to go
internet,
inside.
man. I'll tell you, that's the best thing.
That's awesome.
That is great, man. All
right.
right.
I love this day and age. You can pretty much make yourself a mogul.
Yeah, you can reach a lot of people.
That's really dope. So when I came across you, I was like, a dating guru. The bad boy of dating. I was like, I gotta get this boy on the show.
So what makes you the bad boy? What makes you different from other relationship coaches, dating gurus, so on
life coaches?
Yeah, so I think the thing is, when it even comes to talking about bad boys, a lot of people think you're talking about a jerk or a guy that's mean or who's gonna see the bad boy is more so just about being honest. You understand? Because the bad boy is the opposite of the nice guy. And the nice guys finish last because nice guys aren't actually nice guys. They think they are, but
they say what you want to hear.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So they're not really being nice, not being themselves. So the bad boy is just more so he's being him, he's being himself. And so I think that's one of the things that differentiates me from a lot of coaches out there, because there's a lot of great coaches out there, but from what I see, some coaches may pander to certain audiences. So especially a lot of coaches for women pander to women. I actually had a coach, I'm not going to say his name, but he told me if you're coaching women, you have to praise women. You can't criticize them because then they're not going to listen to you. You understand?
Interesting.
Right. So,
No, you got to be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You got to be honest.
Everybody.
Yeah, you got to be honest. That's how you get to the
that's
nitty-gritty.
the bad boy, essentially. Bad boy is honesty.
Exactly.
Because he's going to tell you, honestly, nobody's going to date you if you dress like this.
Right. Exactly. Right.
And I'm not trying to tell you to change yourself, but
just
maybe
improve.
a different blouse.
Just spruce it up a little. That's it. That's it. Right.
Throw some deodorant.
Facts.
Exactly.
You'd be surprised how many people don't, cover up their musk.
So the question I have is, was it always easy for you to attract women? No. Where did you learn the game from?
I learned a lot of this from, people around my way, from my dad. Me and my dad always tell the story. Me and my dad actually dated the same woman at one point.
What?
But it wasn't at the same time. It was just
that's Eskimo Bros.
Yeah. It was just I met her and we were dating, and then he met her years later and started dating her. So it was just it was a coincidence. You know what I mean?
So it runs in the family.
Exactly.
It runs in the family.
She had the same taste.
She got good taste, I guess.
She's like, you remind me of a guy I dated, but you seem a little more mature.
Exactly.
Right.
A little more refined.
Right. Similar cologne though. You guys smell similar. All right. So I know that you grew up taking martial arts as a kid, younger.
Right.
Did any of that play into your discipline, your focus? Does it play into anything what you do at all?
Nah, not really actually. Because I remember I was in. See, actually, when I was in doing karate and I was doing that stuff, I think I quit after yellow belt. And I think yellow belt's like the second stage. And
Really?
I was like, I'm good with all of that. I'm you know.
Was it the discipline that turned you off? Like,
Yeah, it was just
it
was the getting hit in the face. I was like,
Oh.
I'm not really feeling that part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, I want to keep my face smooth. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
So
anybody that wants to get hit in the
right,
face.
exactly. So I was like, yeah, this karate
With
thing, it might
fists,
not be my
anyway.
thing. You know, so. And
I
then
remember
that
our
was it.
sensei, like, just on a random day, he
Right.
would have everyone lay on their back and he would hit everyone.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
bamboo
Yeah.
sticks.
I had my sensei stepped on our stomachs. Like he was that's the
Yeah.
thing, you have to step on the stomach. Yeah.
Never took a martial arts class.
No?
No, I always wanted to do karate when I was younger, but
You did boot camp.
I
That's
didn't
like the
have-
same.
I guess.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
All right, I know you're a fan of roti.
Oh yeah, chicken roti is one of my favorite
That's his
foods
fave.
ever.
So my
You
question,
know.
my question is, how soon do you bring a girl to your favorite food spot? Because I feel
Oh,
like
man.
I feel like that's a level right there. You know,
Yeah, so
you know.
so I say that for guys, you shouldn't take women out to eat until after you've had sex with her. So after we have sex, then we can go out to eat.
Wow,
Yes,
wow. I'm
yes,
learning something.
that's the thing. You know what I
Repeat
mean?
that. I was
Yeah.
Yes.
I was reading the chat room.
Yes. No, so I was
Sorry.
saying that no dinner dates, no food until after sex, after you have
Why
sex with
is
a
that?
woman. Because it's a little too intimate. It's a little too much. You understand? Maybe you could take a girl for a hot
Dinner
dog, you
versus
understand?
sex.
But like if you're actually taking a girl out to sit down and eat, you want to do that after you have sex. So with first dates and stuff should be some low key coffee, drinks, something just small
get
just
to
to get to know her, right?
Right.
Then once you got to know her and you and her are
she
actually
cooks out.
sexually, exactly, y'all are actually having sex. Then okay, yeah, we can go and get
You
some
can have
food.
some lobster now, huh?
Yeah, because look, after you have sex, you're hungry. You feel what I'm saying? So it only makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Reggie in the chat room says, is he a guru in a relationship or not in a relationship?
Good question.
Oh yeah, I'm in a
Thanks,
relationship.
Reggie.
I'm in an open relationship.
How does that work out?
So I
What
have
are the rules?
So I have a wife and I have a girlfriend.
Okay.
And so I don't do monogamy. I don't knock monogamy, but I just don't do it. It's not me personally.
Yeah.
And I coach people to get whatever they want. So some of my clients are monogamous, some aren't. But yeah, so I just have a wife, I have a girlfriend. Me and my wife been together for 13 years in total. We've been married for 5 years, but been together total.
Does she have a boyfriend?
Not as right now, but she dates, so yeah.
Wow, this whole conversation
Yeah.
just went.
It's like, oh, it went
Not
to
her.
Yeah.
It's open. I'm ready. I got so many more questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it. I love
yeah.
it. I like people that are they see past
Mm-hmm.
the traditional
it's a lot
staples
of things going on
relationships.
out here.
There's too many people.
Mm-hmm.
There's I'm a firm believer, and I don't want my girlfriend to kick my ass, but I'm a firm believer in like being in love with more than one person. Like I think it's totally possible. I think it's okay to be involved with more than one person because you get different things from different people.
Exactly. Thank you. I
understand
agree.
it.
We as humans, we have different sides, different personalities,
Exactly.
different passions.
Exactly.
People, they entice different parts of you.
That's right.
They inspire different parts of you.
Some are physical, some attractions are mental.
Right, and also
Exactly.
people always talk about, I'm looking for the one, I'm looking for the one. I always say to people, the one is you. You're the one. So you have to figure out, okay, what do I
like
want?
that.
You
Right?
see?
Matrix.
Right, you know what I mean? You're the one.
is
So
no spoon.
exactly. So when you are out there dating and doing your thing, you got to find people who, compliment you and who, who click with you, and that can be a lot of different people.
Yeah, you gotta
You know what I'm saying?
butter to your jelly.
Exactly. So,
Hey.
There's a lot of peanuts and butters.
exactly. A lot of it going
A lot
on,
of jelly.
Oh, speaking of butter,
Yeah.
at Jacob's Pickle, they had like a maple syrup butter.
Ooh.
And it was fluffy.
Ooh.
I almost thought it was ice cream. That's how light it looked.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
did they just serve me ice cream with my biscuit? I was confused. And then I tasted it and I was like, holy fuck, this is butter and it tastes like syrup.
Right.
It was so good. Side note, sorry guys.
I
When you said butter, I said butter and it
It was
just
like it just
blew
went
me.
there.
Yeah, I really did.
And I have a tangent because if you go over to Texas Roadhouse, there's one in New Rochelle. They make their own biscuits there, and they have a cinnamon butter that is also crack.
Okay.
So, just
So
side note.
we're with the flavored butters.
Yeah, it's all about flavored butters. All right, speaking about more flavored butters,
No,
Does-
that's a bad segue.
that is a bad thing. Whatever. Why are some men really successful in the dating game and others aren't? What is that magic? And women too. Is it different?
The it factor.
Yeah. What is the it
some
factor?
Some people have situations a little bit more easier than others. It may be because they just naturally have a certain vibe. They have a look that a lot of people like. So they'll have a little bit easier time than others. But generally, people who have the easiest time, or I won't say easiest, but the most success, are basically the people who put in the work. That's really all it is. I always tell people it's really the work you put in. So even for guys, guys, they want to get with women. I say, look, you got to go out there and talk to as many women as you can, see who you click with and all this other stuff. Same thing for women. I always encourage women to be a little bit more assertive in their dating life. So a lot of women, what they do, and this is a big mistake, is that they only focus on one guy at a time as they're dating. And so, what happens is that one guy becomes their whole dating life. And then if he does something she doesn't like, her perspective becomes, oh, men are like this and men are like that. But if she was dating 3 guys at the same time, she can't necessarily say that because one of those 3 guys may be different than the other guy who she feels is messing up. So it doesn't become men are messing up, it's that guy's messing up. And this other guy's doing something that I like and he's actually being a good guy. So I'm going to go that direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that.
Good
So,
shit. Do you listen to Patrice O'Neal?
Oh, I love Patrice O'Neal. That man. Patrice O'Neal's the man.
Yeah, he is
the man. Rest in peace, man. That's the dude right there.
We actually, I engineered a show where his wife, Coach Vaughn, I met her before. Beautiful woman, and she's another one. She knows the game. She calls herself Coach Vaughn for a reason because she's a bit of a cougar herself. Yeah. So I'm looking at your website right now, which is MrLocario.com, LOCARIO for everyone in the chat room. I think your business card actually posted in the chat room. I'm in the store right now, and I'm looking at your different books. Now, the one that caught my attention immediately.
How to have sex with 2 women a day?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, how to have sex.
I got a copy for you today too.
You gotta get it. Yes.
For you today.
Oh my God.
I that especially for you.
All right.
So yeah, that's my bestseller.
Wait, for
book.
Gypsy?
Oh, the Gypsy. Yeah.
For anyone.
He needs that.
I need that. Yeah, I think every man needs that. Every man that's not sleeping with 2 women a day.
Yeah, so you can get that book at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. So this is the book right here. I'm putting it in the camera real quick. That's the book right there. So
it's cute.
Yeah, and you guys
It's
can
like
get this.
pocket.
You can put it in your pocket.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a little pamphlet house.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
And then once you read this book, you have to graduate and go to badboymembership.com because that's like the site where you get even the more games. So that's how we do it. You know what I'm saying?
It
Yeah.
reminds me of that the little book you get when you take your driving test.
Oh,
or
yes.
For the permit.
Yeah.
Like it's thick enough where you learn something, but not too thick where you'll be discouraged.
Right.
That's the
Right.
thickness of the book.
And
Exactly.
what I like about
It's
it
good.
is
I like how small it is, too.
you could keep it on your person, and if you're on a date and you forget something, you
Exactly.
go right to the bathroom. Right.
And go be like, oh yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah,
Or
that's
just
what
call
I
Locario. Be like,
Right.
bro,
Exactly.
I got this bad bitch in front of me. I know her pussy wet.
Right.
I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up.
Right. Exactly.
That's the calls I get to actually.
I was gonna say,
I believe it.
Which one of the craziest calls you've gotten?
Man, well, one I had actually this lady that the client she emailed me and said she had sex with her boyfriend's son, but she was older. She was like in her 40s. The boyfriend's son was like 20 something, and so that she wanted to know what to do. Should she tell her boyfriend stuff
Sounds
like
like
that?
a porn site.
You know, I know, right? So, and then from guys, what a recurring theme that I see for a lot of guys is that they put so much. They invest so much time and money and energy in a woman who's not having sex with them yet. So I'll get guys say, I went on 7 dates with this girl.
Right,
I took this girl on all these trips and we still haven't had sex. So it's a bunch of like energy and time, all this with no sex. And I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what are you doing?
So it's crazy.
Yeah, at that point she knows that she could not
got
put
you.
out.
Exactly.
So she keeps it in. If you guys want to ask Mr. Locario a question, if you need some advice, some quick advice right now, you can call in at 917-618-506.
914.
I said 917?
Yeah.
914. I'll change that for you guys. 914-618-5006. Excuse me. Our phone lines are wide open.
So, Jill,
Yes, sir.
I have another speed round.
Oh, I love your speed rounds.
All right, Mr. Locario, we have a segment
Series
that
of
we're
questions.
that are just kind of rapid fire,
All right.
and they kind of go all over the place.
We need a specific name for our segment.
We do. Speed round is.
I don't like it.
It's too generic, right?
It is. Other people have any speed questions. We'll think of one.
All right.
That was a side note for you and me before I forgot. But I pinned the number in the chat room for you guys.
All right, so you ready?
The real one.
All right, so the first one is, I'm going to actually turn this beat up. I actually really like it.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
All right, first question is,
Wait.
have you ever been ghosted on?
Yes, of course.
All right.
I think you'd be lying if you said no.
I'm too cool for the ghosting. I never got ghosted. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I got ghosted. Everybody gets ghosted.
All right, most you've ever spent on a date?
Ooh.
Man, like $50.
Wow.
That's it?
That's a lot to me. I feel embarrassed even saying that.
Wow, okay. Yeah, we've been doing it wrong, too.
Facts.
Quickest you've gotten laid after meeting a woman?
15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Are you trying to beat? Follow-up question. Are you trying to beat that record?
Yes.
Yes, I am. That's what I'm trying to just get it in 2 seconds, just
Have you ever had a drink thrown in your face?
Never.
Good job.
That's never gonna happen ever. I can tell you that from now. That will never. Ever. Women only do that to guys that they see as like weak.
Okay.
So just that side note.
Okay.
Yeah, because if deep down she's kind of scared, she won't do
Exactly
it.
right. You know?
That's right. Yeah, because she's where you yoke her up.
Exactly.
All right. Raw or protected?
Oh my goodness.
Depends on the bitch.
Protected if it's strangers. If it's your wife or girlfriend you've been with a long time and y'all, you know what I'm saying, and you can do it some raw stuff. You know?
All right.
As long as they got tested.
That was a great answer.
You know?
I guess you kind of answered this already. I was going to say, is marriage for suckers?
Yes. For most guys. Yes.
Okay.
For women, it's like Disneyland. It's like the prize for them. You understand what I'm saying? For guys, no. So do as I say, not as I do. That's what I would say to people.
Okay.
All right. Have you ever had your heart broken?
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. I get my heart broken every day now. But yeah, I got my heart broken.
Okay. Craziest place you got some?
Oh man, a bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not too crazy. Yeah, it's not too
I'm sure there was other parts. I got to think about this, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Okay.
The bathroom.
That's fair. All right, we're gonna play a game within a game. A little what's that movie? Yeah, what's that movie? Inception. Thank you. It's called Marry, Fuck, Rap at Your Funeral.
I love it. Nice
So,
little twist.
hilarious.
It's a good highlight.
Yes. So you marry.
Lydia
You're
in the chat room
familiar.
says she
Right.
loves it.
So are you familiar with Marry, Fuck, Kill?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
so you get the concept.
Right.
So
Spin on that.
Cardi, Nicki, or Remy? Marry, fuck, rap at your funeral.
Oh man, I'm gonna have Remy rap at my funeral.
Okay.
Nice. Good choice.
And what's the other 2 choices?
Cardi and Nicki.
No, is it Kill or?
Fuck, no, marry and fuck.
Oh, I'm marrying. Damn, that's hard.
Yep.
I'm marrying Nicki and then I'm fucking Cardi.
Really?
Yeah,
I saw it the other way around.
Because I can't marry Cardi with that voice. That was,
Really?
Oh my
Robin
God, I can't. I love Cardi B, but I can't do the voice.
I
It's
love
like
her. Her sense of humor just gets me. What about you, Jill?
Oh, I would definitely have Remy rap at my funeral. Marry Cardi, fuck Nicki.
I think
Cardi gotta be my wifey, my ride or die.
Yeah, I'm the same. Mine is the same.
Like, you gotta fuck Nicki because her ass is ridiculous.
That is
and
true.
you'll never get
That's
anything
a
like that
hard
again.
choice because Nicki is just she's too masculine. That's the only thing. Like
Yeah, like she don't need you. She's a shark. She's a shark.
But Cardi's voice though, oh God.
Like, hem me up, baby.
Oh man.
Hem me up, Nicki. Like, what the fuck I say, Juju? I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry, Nicki.
Let's give it a some.
Show me a lesson.
That is hilarious.
Thanks, Pavion.
Oh, that's my dude right there. Shout out to Pavion.
He said it was a great show. Thanks, Pavion. I appreciate the
AKA Miles.
the
What's
compliment.
poppin'?
That's what's up.
AKA Miles.
What?
Like Tails from Sonic.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Tails' real name is Miles.
I didn't know that.
There you go. They're coming out with the
new
movie.
Spider-Man.
They're coming out with a Sonic movie?
They're coming out with a Sonic movie, and I believe
Wow.
Jim Carrey
No.
is voicing.
Wow.
Of Sonic?
I'm gonna Google that.
All
That's
right.
crazy.
I have like two more questions. What is the biggest block for folks that keep them from having great sex on a regular basis?
Well, some people it's their issues with sex, because a lot of people have issues with sex as far as it could be something that happened to them in the past. It could be something with just their idea of what sex is. They don't feel comfortable talking about it, doing it, and stuff like that. But also too is communication. So for, you know, in a lot of situations when you're actually in a sexual situation with a person, sometimes you may not communicate what you want or what you like, and then therefore the sexual experience is not that great, you know. So I've been in situations where I'm with women and I'm like, listen, I want you to do this, and they'll be like, I don't know about doing that, and then it's like I can't get, you know, hard, and then it's we ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for sure.
I stand corrected. Jim Carrey is actually playing the voice of Dr. Eggman.
Oh, that makes
He's
sense.
the villain.
That
And
makes
actually,
sense.
Ben Schwartz is the voice for Sonic.
They need to get Jaleel White back for Sonic. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow!
You're taking it back.
Throwback.
Big throwback. How long have you been with your girlfriend?
3 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you've been both long-term relationships.
Yeah.
Do you bring them both, and do you bring them both to like same areas?
Are they ever in the same room
party,
together?
I mean, yeah,
same room,
they've met and hung out a few times. So.
But it's not something they're like, yeah, let's get together with your wife today.
No, it's just
Yeah.
you know, whenever they can hang out, they can hang out. That's how they do it, you know.
Do you have like designated date nights?
Yeah. So
okay.
with
How's
my
that
wife,
work?
we always have a date night on Sunday, and then my girlfriend, I see her twice a week, you know. And we have
During the
scheduled
weekday,
times,
okay.
yeah. So you know, so just you gotta give time to everybody. You have to actually.
And she gets twice a week because for the most part you're with your wife every day
Right,
because
exactly.
you guys live together.
Right,
Okay,
exactly.
okay,
Yeah, so
okay,
that's how
okay.
that works. Yeah.
I like that matrix. I like
No, I
that.
love it. I love
Yeah,
that.
you gotta
both
keep it
women
balanced,
Are
you know?
down with it, and are they
Yeah.
allowed to date outside as well?
Oh yeah,
Girlfriend and the wife.
yeah. My wife, she dates other guys.
And your
My
girlfriend?
girlfriend dates other guys, stuff like that. You know,
Oh, yeah.
so yeah.
Gotcha.
But you're the main squeeze.
I guess. Well, the thing is, I
all relative.
that's a
It's
whole
all
other
relative,
topic
right.
because I don't believe in hierarchy, so that's a whole
Okay.
other thing. But yeah, that's,
Oh,
you know.
so you don't have a bottom bitch. You
I
wouldn't
mean,
call
no.
your wife your bottom.
No, the
lady?
thing is, I would say it like this. I say that everyone is special in their own unique way, which I think
No.
makes them even more special in that sense. You see what I'm saying?
He's
Instead of
so-
saying
He's speaking to you.
He's
no,
speaking my
real
language.
talk.
He
Because
really
now
is.
what happens is that when you look at it in hierarchy, then people are like, well, you like her better than me, and
Yeah.
you like you, and then
Yeah,
that's where all the
absolutely right.
confusion and craziness comes in. And it's like, no, there's something about you, and there's something about you that makes you special to me, and you special to me in that way.
different ways.
Right? Exactly.
All right,
Oh God, I totally agree.
You
I got
see,
a
right?
monkey wrench. I got a monkey wrench.
Because I've been saying this for so. I'm sorry, Gypsy, but I've been saying this for so long. I tell girls, I was like, we're dating.
Right.
Well, I mean, we're not committed.
Right.
Why can't I date somebody else? You can date somebody else. You don't even know if I'm the one. You
Right.
have to date other people to know if I'm the one.
Right.
You have to have all these fails to realize that I'm the shit.
I don't
you know
need.
what I mean?
I don't need it at the same restaurant.
I don't need this.
All right.
I shit where I eat sometimes, but you know, it
Uh,
can go either way.
I got a question. Where does? All right. Do you plan on having kids? Where do they?
Oh,
Where do
yeah.
kids?
Actually, no. Me and my wife, we decided not to. You
Okay.
know, if it happens my mistake, then you know it just happens. but yeah, we're not really planning on having any.
Okay,
At this
okay.
time, you know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
no one to pass the game on to. That's a
Nah,
lot of
there's not
wisdom.
a game that's passed on in the books. So
Ah!
this is the baby right here. You feel what I'm saying?
All the
This is the
viewers.
baby
So
right
that
here.
boy
You know what I'm
that
saying?
subscribe to his membership.
Yeah.
Those are his kids.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is where all of
hilarious.
the game. You know, this is the baby right here. You know.
All right,
Yes.
I actually do have a few more questions.
Mm-hmm.
What should a man walk away with after talking to a woman for the first time?
You mean as far as like what he should like know about, you know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, like the takeaway is really this: is that when you're interacting with a woman, you need to see, is she the type of woman you want to spend any time with, and then depending on what type of things you want to do with her, it will show you based off of like the situation. So for example, you might talk to a girl and say, okay, you know, I'll just have sex with her, but I'm probably not gonna have anything else but sex with her because that's all I can see with me and her. Or she has wifey potential, she has girlfriend potential. So then you sort of, this is what the first date's about. Let me see if I want to continue this. Let me see what category I'm going to put her in, you know, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you'll know what your next step is. You see what I'm saying?
I did this kind of like in college. I remember my freshman year, I actually wrote a paper called The Women You Need in College. And I had a big sister who I could go over her place and crash, and I could tell her my problems, and she could tell me because she's been at that school longer. I had the one chick who would cook. I would go over her house and she would just make me food. And then I had another chick who I was romantic with. And then I had another one I would just go to the movies with and hang out with. So I know what you mean.
Right. Yeah, facts. You got a
I know
party
what you mean.
girl.
Yeah.
You got somebody who's homey and
Right.
you go to the house and watch
exactly.
Netflix.
Gotta make it happen.
So I have a question. It's very serious. How do you protect yourself, health-wise?
As far as with sex and
STDs,
stuff, yeah.
yes.
So basically, you gotta.
They're allowed to date, so you.
Right. So you gotta get tested. You gotta use protection. You gotta actually have conversations with the people you're having sex with. You know what I'm saying? And say, do you get tested? What are your, because sometimes what happens is you're gonna meet people and you're gonna get in sexual situations, and based off of their actions, sometimes it'll tell you like, yeah, this person's not too safe, So like, there's situations where I've had where I was with women and they're like, hey, you don't have to wear the condom, and I'm like, I just met you yesterday, like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then I'm just like, I don't know about this, you know what I mean? So, right, and the thing is, you gotta definitely get tested a lot, because the thing is, it's never 100% safe in any situation, even if you're monogamous, because your boyfriend or girlfriend can cheat on you and not tell you don't know, and then they end up bringing back something. So, or
even maybe they have an infection that they don't know about.
Right, that too.
Something that happened naturally,
right,
but it
so
may be contagious.
Right,
or
so
the crazy infection. They might date someone that they didn't know was really crazy, and then that person comes back. And
do something crazy. It's true. That is.
Thanks, Jeff,
that happens.
for joining the news stream.
That happens.
How do you navigate clients that have now attracted a crazy relationship?
Well, the thing is, it's one of those things where if you're already in that situation, you have to find the best way to remove yourself from that, because sometimes, unfortunately, you might put yourself in a situation where you may be scared to even get out of it because that person's so crazy, they'll try to come in,
I kill you.
Yeah, kill yourself, right? So, but the best way, just in general, is to learn how to prevent that in the first place. And this is why, I tell, men to, go on a first date. Don't just like always try to get the girl to come to your house. You don't know who you're dealing with. Right. I tell women, hey, don't go over no dude's house that you just met offline. Go meet him in person somewhere first. In public. See how it is. See how the flow's going. And the thing is, again, a lot of it too is just really being able to read people, and I teach that too. I teach about how to read people, how to understand what's going on, reading between the lines, because sometimes you can tell, from the jump, like, okay, this person is on some other stuff. But unfortunately, what happens is sometimes we see the red flags already, and we still go.
We ignore it.
We still be like, but she's so cute, and he's so this. You know what I'm saying? And so, because right, exactly. You see the booty, and you're like, yo. So you gotta take that seriously. You gotta take those red flags seriously, and trust your gut, because sometimes you feel it and you know it, but you just ignore it because you're feeling lonely. I'm like, okay, I'll still deal with this person. It's like, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Right.
All right, I want to talk about a very talked about subject that a lot of men have to deal with.
Have you ever had a stalker?
Yes, when I was younger. I had when I was in high school. That was interesting.
I want to talk about the friend zone.
Oh.
What does it take a man to do what gets a man into the friend zone? Can he get out of it? Is it purgatory? Is it a place that he cannot get out of once he is in?
Well, the thing is, what makes men get into the friend zone is usually being extremely too platonic with women. So I always tell guys, whenever you're talking to women, always be flirting, always
let your intentions
build sexual tension with a woman every time you're talking to her. Don't just be platonic the whole time. Like, you can introduce yourself, have a little small talk, but you gotta go into flirting and being flirty, because when you don't, then that's what causes the friend zone, because she's not attracted to you. But as far as if you are in the friend zone, there's ways that you can get out of it, but as far as you're gonna have to sort of step back and start talking to other women, show that friend, you understand that
you have to make yourself look attractive.
Exactly, you got to make yourself look attractive. But even with that, the thing is, I always say try to move beyond that, because even trying to get out of that friend zone is putting that girl on a pedestal in the first place, because you're spending so much time trying to get her to want you when you can just forget about her and go and talk to other girls.
8 million other
exactly,
right. Girls out
you know
there
what I'm saying?
already, yeah. All right, so you already prefaced this next question by saying spending $50, you were embarrassed to admit it.
What's up, Carol?
Dating, especially in New York, can get expensive. The financial climate is not really conducive to dating these high expectant women, as I like to call them.
Right.
How is a man or a woman that is the aggressor find these cheap dates? How do they minimize the cost of dating? Because I find that to be an issue. I'm old school. My dad's a Boy Scout. I kind of, took on a lot of his traits. I'm one of those, let's go to dinner.
Right. No, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I'll admit it.
It's funny because on my Bad Boy membership program, which you guys can get at badboymembership.com, I have I have a program. Right, I have a program called How to Spend $10 or Less on Dates.
Wow.
And so, and the thing is with
take her to a museum, bro.
Right, exactly. A museum. Go for a walk. You know what I'm saying? I always say go to the corner store, get 2 bottles of water, and take a walk in the park. And have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely have dates like that.
Right. So you don't gotta spend, because the thing is this: if a woman wants you or likes you, she doesn't care what y'all doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a good way to see if she's actually into you and not just trying to get a free meal or trying to be entertained for the night.
Gotcha.
So
right off the reaction.
I'll just go out with him for some free dinner.
Right. Exactly.
And then never call you.
Because there's women that have done that.
That's why I don't.
That.
Yeah, that's why I don't use Tinder. I refuse to, because it's so easy.
That's why he doesn't use Tinder anymore.
Well, yeah, I got burned. But I quickly realized, I wasn't one of these idiots that just keep fucking using it. Right. And I was just like, it's too easy for a woman to manipulate. It's just way too easy.
You gotta make sure they don't manipulate. So you gotta take control of the situation. That's what I always say. You gotta, for a guy, it's like,
And for $9.99.
Exactly.
Right.
You learn how to manipulate women.
Right, exactly.
Bad boy membership.
No, that's the thing. And see, that's the thing. I don't teach manipulation. I teach honesty and authenticity, so that because this is the thing. Once you start manipulating, some guys think the way to get the girls is to manipulate or to do trickery and all this other stuff to try to trigger and liking you. But that opens you up for also to get manipulated as a man, because when she notices you're manipulating her, she's gonna automatically start trying to manipulate you. So when you come in with more authenticity, then you say, look, this is what I'm about. This even on I use Tinder, so on my Tinder profile it says I'm in an open relationship. This is what it is. So this is what you get. And so, I get women that hit me up and they're like, I'm so glad you're actually putting it all on the table, letting me know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
I know what I'm getting into.
Exactly, right. Exactly.
Insecure because
right.
You're honest.
Right.
There's not many men like that.
It's
so
true.
right away they're like,
It's true.
Can you touch on the law of attraction, acting
I was like,
thirsty?
touch on who? 18 and over.
That's right. Acting thirsty. You know how that is such a detriment to your game. Yeah,
well, the thing is this: when it comes to acting thirsty, it's more about your intention. So people don't understand, if because it's one thing, and this is the thing, people get it confused. So a guy may think me approaching a bunch of girls or him approaching a bunch of women is being thirsty, but that's not being thirsty. Being thirsty is in your intention. So what happens is that when you're out here interacting with women, or even women dealing with men or whatever, it's just about, you saying this is what I want and this is what I'm going for, versus being desperate because you feel like you need this, or you have this needy or clingy energy when it comes to you interacting with women. So that's the thirstiness, is the intention of what you're doing. Because two guys could do the same exact thing, but one will be thirsty and one wouldn't be. You understand? And it's all about their intention of why they're doing it, and then you give off a certain energy based off of you being desperate, or you actually just doing your thing because you're pursuing what you want. You know what I mean?
Well said.
Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.